see how we are mentally and emotionally.
睇下我哋嘅心係點樣嘅，情緒又係點樣嘅。
Can we notice our mind just as it is?
留意我哋而家個心，佢而家呢一個狀況，就係留意佢而家係點樣嘅。
Can we just observe the mind or what the mind is doing without thinking?
我哋試下留意一下個心而家係點樣嘅，而唔需要咧沉咗落去。
Can we just notice on whatever thinking is going on without thinking it?
留意一下而家個心諗緊啲咩咧，但係就唔需要跟住個想法去嘅，唔需要沉咗落去想思考嘅嗰個水裏邊。
Different thoughts come with some different memories.
唔同嘅念頭會出現，都有唔同嘅回憶會出現。
Maybe some emotions come with them.
都可能有唔同嘅情緒跟住佢哋嚟。
See how the mind gets energy just from the support of awareness.
睇下我哋個心，因為有覺知而被支持住嘅。
No question, then I ask first. First question.
Yes, please, and answer as well.
Answers.
Ray 話佢會問第一個問題，老師話歡迎你問啊，你不如都答埋啦。
Let's see. Okay. Turn. Look at me. Okay. Um, dear teacher, well, the meditation section, you told us to watch the mind, uh, how it's thinking. So, but in my understanding, or actually, when I do this, actually, it's very hard to watch and thinking because if the mind is thinking, it can't watch. If watch, can't thinking. So you can't do it both. How can we do it?
阿 Ray，不如你自己譯翻做廣東話。
OK，頭先我問阿老師咧就係、即係佢頭先你叫我哋睇下個心喺度睇緊，即係喺度諗緊啲乜嘢啊嘛。咁但係我發覺咧就你睇緊嘅時候就諗唔到嘢，諗緊嘅時候睇唔到嘢。咁點解可以一齊睇又諗咧？
Oh, so what is your answer?
阿 Ray 你嘅答案係咩咧？
Why? You are the teacher.
阿 Ray 話，但係你係老師喎。
Well, yeah, it's a very practical question, and I think it is very useful for all of us. So thank you very much, dear Mr. Ray, for raising this very practical question.
老師就話：阿 Ray 師兄問一個問題咧，係好實際嘅，亦都會係對大家都好有用嘅，所以好多謝 Ray 師兄問呢一個問題。
Yeah, as you said that when the mind is thinking, then we are syncing with the thinking mind, and when we are observing, then no thinking. So at once only one thing happens, either thinking or observing.
老師話咧就猶如呢個 Ray 師兄講嘅，當你喺度諗緊呢個正在思考嘅心嘅時候咧，你係正在思考嘅。但係如果咧你係正在觀察呢一個心嘅話咧，咁應該咧就冇嗰個思考出現嘅。
Thinking has some different activities like remembering and planning and being emotional, making stories, also being confused. So it has many different moods and phases. Thinking means remembering, sometimes making plans, sometimes creating stories, sometimes being emotional, also sometimes being confused.
話個心咧，其實諗嘢嘅時候，有好多嘅活動嘅，可能係記翻起一啲嘢啦，或者係計劃將來嘅嘢啦，又或者係有啲嘅情緒出現啦，又甚至係講緊故事啦，製造一啲故事出嚟，咁亦都會係變咗係有啲混亂嘅，咁呢啲都係心唔同嘅活動。
And of course, at once, only one of these activities can happen, not two together or few together, only one.
咁多嘅呢啲心嘅活動咧，其實同一時間咧，只可以有一個活動正在發生嘅啫，甚至都唔可以有兩個活動同時發生嘅。
Sometimes, yes, mind can be emotional, and after being emotional, then that emotional mind can think. It can happen, but after that.
咁有時咧，當有情緒出現嘅時候，呢一個有情緒嘅心咧，都會喺度思考嘅。咁但係嗰個思考咧，係喺嗰個情緒之後出現嘅，就唔係同時發生嘅。
And there are two interesting aspects of this mental process. The first one is the mind is shifting or jumping from one activity to the other activity without completing the first one.
Without something, the first one, sorry.
Without completing.
OK，咁咧佢老師話咧有呢一個心嘅活動嘅過程咧係有兩個部分嘅。第一個咧就係嗰個心咧會係不停由一個念頭跳去另外一個念頭嘅。咁而佢跳咗去第二個念頭嘅時候咧，又唔會記得之前嗰個係嘛？即係唔會未完成就跳出嚟，未完成第一個念頭咧，就會跳咗去第二個念頭嗰度啦。即係啲人睇啲事情，即係佢哋諗嘢啊，或者有情緒啊之類，中間會跳嚟跳去，未必完成第一個事情，跳第二個事情，唔一定係。唔該晒。係啦，咁就呢一啲嘅心嘅活動咧，喺第一個活動都仲未完結嘅時候咧，就已經跳咗去第二個活動，所以個心咧就會不停咁樣跳嚟跳去嘅。
And there is no control in that, in this way. We don't know how this happens, why the mind shifts from one activity to the other activities without finishing the previous one.
我哋咧係冇辦法控制呢一樣嘢嘅，呢一個心嘅活動，我哋亦都唔知道點解咧佢會咁樣發生嘅。點解佢喺第一個活動心嘅活動仲未完成之前咧，就已經跳咗去第二個活動度啦。
The second, the second interesting aspect is sorry. The mind is whatever the mind is doing, we are there. That means we are doing it. Not the mind. We are remembering. We are planning. We are being emotional. We are being confused. So whatever the mind is doing, we do, and whatever happens to the mind, it happens to us. Always we cannot see that what the mind is doing and what we are doing, what happens to the mind and what happens to us. Usually always, whatever the mind is doing, it's us. We do it. Not like mind is remembering the past. We remember the past. Not like mind is making fantasy. We make fantasy. So always we identify all kinds of mental activities with ourselves.
咁頭先講咗第一個有趣嘅心嘅部分啦，就係嗰個心係會一路咁樣跳一個活動跳去另外一個，而第二個心有趣嘅一個特質咧，就係無論我哋個心喺度做緊乜咧，我哋都喺度做緊同樣嘅嘢嘅，就唔係話分開同我哋分開嘅。如果個心係喺度記緊嘢、回憶緊，我哋亦都回憶緊。個心喺度計劃將來，我哋亦都計劃將來。個心係有情緒，或者係覺得confused 係咩中文？係啦，個心覺得混亂嘅時候咧，我哋都一齊混亂嘅。咁就個心同我哋咧係一樣嘅。當我哋咧認同咗認同咗嗰個所有心嘅嗰個活動嘅時候咧，我哋就同佢做同一樣嘢啦。
And so, yeah, we identify, but there is a possibility that we can stop whatever the mind is doing. We can immediately stop it. That access is here with us. That power is always with us.
雖然頭先講咗呢兩樣嘅狀況，但係其實咧，我哋唔係話一定要去認同個心或者跟住個心做嗰個所有嘅活動㗎。其實嗰個控制權喺我哋嗰度，我哋係其實有呢一個可能咧，去停止咗呢一啲嘅活動嘅。
And we can direct our mind to do something else with our control, under our supervision.
我哋咧係可以，我哋可以咧要我哋個心咧去做第二啲嘢嘅，就唔一定咧個心做啲乜，我哋就跟住佢一齊嘅，係調翻轉，我哋可以叫個心去做第二啲嘢嘅。
So that ability is there. With the awareness, we can understand that we have this ability, that we can direct our mind and we can guide our mind to do whatever to be done.
我哋咧，如果嗰個心係有覺知嘅，可以覺察到嘅時候咧，我哋就會有呢一個能力啦。我哋有呢個能力覺察到，亦都可以知道我哋係有呢一個能力啦，可以去引導啦，或者係叫我哋個心去做我哋想佢做嘅嘢。
And and with the awareness, we also improve this ability, this power.
咁呢一個有覺知嘅能力咧，就因為我哋繼續有覺知咧，係可以令到呢一個能力更加強大嘅。
And we always use this word remembering. Remembering means what we remember is what we have done, maybe even just the previous second. Whatever we have done, whatever the mind has done, whatever the body has done, we can remember. Remembering is always telling us what happened in the past.
咁乜嘢係去回憶咧？去諗起咧？咁我哋咧係呢一個回憶或者諗起呢一個意思咧，就係話我哋係有呢一個能力可以記得，記得我哋做過啲乜嘢，諗過啲乜嘢。咁可以係身體，可以係心，甚至可能咧記得嘅只係前一秒鐘發生嘅事嘅啫。咁我哋咧就可以記得嘅。
So with the awareness, we can remember what happened in the past or what we have done in the past. With the awareness, we can remember. Also, with the awareness, we can make a plan. With the awareness, we can think about whatever. So the awareness is not stopping the mind or making the mind disabled.
咁呢一個覺知呢一個能力咧，我哋係因為有覺知，咁可以咧去記得過去嘅事情啦，可以計劃將來啦，亦都可以思考，可以諗嘢。咁覺知咧係唔係去令到個心停頓咗嘅，或者令到個心咧冇咗個能力嘅。
Therefore, if the mind wants to remember something, the mind can remember, and if we are aware, we can notice, so we can observe what the mind is remembering. And if the mind is making a plan or thinking about whatever, the mind can think about it while we are observing if we are aware.
Why or what we are observing? Sorry, the last sentence.
While we are observing.
Okay. While. Oh, was it while? WHILE. Okay, thank you. 咁咧，sorry，咪咁我哋呢個咧有覺知嘅能力咧，係可以去觀察、去覺察，亦都可以去觀察。觀察、覺察啲乜嘢咧？覺察下個心喺度記緊啲乜嘢，記得啲乜嘢嘢。覺察個心喺度計劃緊啲乜嘢，覺察到個心喺度諗緊啲乜嘢嘢。係而呢一個覺察咧，係當我哋嗰個心正在運作嘅時候，係可以覺察到嘅，係同時進行嘅。
Therefore, the both can happen. Sometimes, whenever we become aware, then the mind stops whatever going on. And but if we want to know what the mind is doing, or if we want to let the mind continue whatever it is doing, then we can be aware. The mind can think freely, and we can be aware what the mind is thinking, how the mind is thinking, what memories come, what emotions come. So everything is possible.
所以咧，覺察同埋心嘅活動咧係可以同時進行嘅。咁當我哋有覺察嘅時候咧，我哋係可以令個心咧嗰個活動停止又得，或者咧我哋如果想知道究竟個心喺度做咩咧，我哋都可以俾個心繼續嗰個活動嘅。譬如如果個心係繼續去諗緊嘢啊，我哋都可以去覺察啊個心究竟喺度諗緊乜咧，係點樣諗嘅咧？或者係個心原來有啲乜嘢情緒出現咗咧咁。
Well, did I answer to the question, dear Master Ray?
首先問阿 Ray 老師，我答咗你個問題未咧？
Thank you, Teacher Upul. Yeah, answer very well.
老師你答得好好啊。
And actually, I don't know this answer.
Ray 先話我唔知道你。
Yeah, it depends on the attitude of the awareness. The awareness is pure, but what attitude is there? So we always add an attitude to the awareness. If we want to stop the mind, then the awareness can stop the mind. But if we want to watch the mind, then the awareness can watch the mind. The awareness can report us what the mind is doing. So everything is depending on our attitudes, not the awareness or not the mind.
老師咧就話咧，其實有呢一個能力咧，係因為我哋係有一個態度啊，係咪用態度？可以有一個態度或者一個意向係咪？態度因為咧我哋有呢一個覺知，亦都知道咧個心係有好多活動嘅。咁個覺知又可以停咗心嘅活動啦，亦都可以要個心嘅活動去繼續而去觀察佢、覺察佢。咁覺察嘅時候咧，咁我哋就可以知道啦，因為佢可以報告翻俾我哋聽，究竟個心喺度諗緊啲咩、做緊啲咩啦。
We can use the awareness to stop all kinds of unnecessary activities of the mind if we want. And that is also possible. Also, we can use the awareness to awareness as a mirror to reflect on whatever the mind is doing.
呢一個嘅覺知，我哋係可以用覺知去停止心嘅所有活動，由得，或者用呢一個覺知咧，就好似一塊鏡咁樣，去反射翻俾我哋知道，究竟個心嘅活動係喺度做緊咩嘅。
有冇第二個問題啊？
Anyone want to ask question? Yes, someone raised his hand.
係，我想問下，假如係話，即係譬如有啲人係嗰個情緒係好大嘅，佢都唔願意係話令到自己裏面即係靜落嚟嘅話，或者可能佢有啲防衛機制啊，令到佢自己都唔想去接受自己個心靜落嚟，令到自己好混亂。即係可能譬如有啲人嘅情緒好大啊，佢自己有一貼咗都耐咗喺度，咁佢嗰啲係咪冇得救嘅咧？
Okay, so this meditator asked a question. He said that some people have very big emotion, like I think strong or big emotion, and they're not willing to quiet down, not willing to have their mind quiet down. And is that a kind of defensive mechanism that they don't want to quiet down, and then they just continue to be confused? And so can they be saved? Can they be rescued?
Well, yeah, it can happen because of couple of reasons, so couple of conditions, and one can be as the friend mentioned that defense or safety reason.
即係話咧，有咁樣嘅狀況出現咧，其實都有可能係因為有幾個唔同嘅最少兩個唔同嘅條件啦。咁第一個咧就有如呢一位朋友所講嘅，就可能就真係一個防衛嘅方式嚟嘅，因為防衛咁，所以佢就會繼續係咁樣落去。
But actually, it does not give the mind a real security. It's a myth and it's a misunderstanding. But the mind is familiar with those emotions and confusion status. Therefore, the mind feels that it is safe with its own familiar environment. But it's a wrong understanding. It's a myth and it is very dangerous thing. harmful.
咁而另外一個嘅狀況點解會係咁咧？就係、老師話咧，因為咧嗰、個、我哋冇俾嗰個心咧一個安全感 security
個心以為咁樣安全。
咁咧就我哋冇俾嗰個心嘅嗰個安全，或者係一個錯嘅
個心自己嘅錯。
係啦，個心有一個錯覺。咁個心咧，因為佢好熟悉嗰種嘅情緒啊，即係頭先你講嘅好大嘅情緒，好熟悉嗰種嘅情緒啊，好熟悉嗰種嘅混亂嘅狀況。因為嗰種嘅熟悉咧，咁令個心以為呢一樣嘢係安全嘅，因為佢熟悉啊嘛。咁但係呢一個咧，老師話咧，其實係一個錯嘅理解嚟嘅，個心理解錯咗。咁同埋呢一個咧係可以好危險，亦都可以係傷害到自己嘅。
And also it can happen because of as an addiction. So if we are addicted to those emotions and being emotional and being confused, then of course we cannot do anything else. Always, whatever we try, that addiction or habit comes and it dominates the situation and control the situation. Therefore, difficult to make the mind still.
咁老師咧亦都講啦，即係頭先講嗰個咧，就係話個心其實係有個錯誤嘅理解啦，就以為嗰樣嘢係好熟悉嘅嗰啲混亂啊，或者嗰種好大嘅情緒又熟悉，咁但係嗰樣嘢係錯噶啦。咁另外一個狀況，老師話咧就係話個心咧係上咗癮啊，就已經係變咗一個心嘅習慣啊，佢習慣性上咗癮咧，係對於呢啲嘅情緒同埋呢啲嘅混亂咧已經上咗癮，佢就好自然咁就繼續落去，咁佢就覺得冇其他嘢可以做啊，佢會繼續係咁樣，咁同埋每一次咧，咁嗰個心好自然，因為係一個習慣啊嘛，已經係一個好似上咗癮咁樣，咁所以咧佢呢一個個心嗰個情緒同埋嗰個混亂咧，係會繼續去控制咗當時嘅嗰個狀況嘅。咁亦都因為咁樣咧，所以係好困難咧，去令到個心去安定落嚟，去靜止落嚟嘅。
Yeah, the mind are like railway lines, and the mind always goes on those tracks. They to change the track, but it is possible. It is difficult, but possible. So that is one of the things what we are doing with the meditation. We direct the mind to walk on a different lines.
Okay, so we might have missed a few sentences before because there was like a brief moment of froze. And so I just want to double check if I got the information. So you were saying that it is very much, is it like the habit of the mind is very much like a railway line. And so it's very difficult to change track. And so the minds would go on those track that's, old railroad track because of the habit. And so therefore meditation is a way to direct the mind to change track. So I don't know if there is any before that we didn't hear.
No. Yeah, exactly. Habits and addictions are like railway lines. The mind is always going on those tracks, yeah, and therefore difficult to change the tracks, but it is possible. That's the thing what we are doing with the meditation.
老師話咧，頭先講咗話嗰個，如果個心係已經習慣咗咁樣，同埋係上咗癮係咁樣，甚至係以為呢一樣嘢係因為好熟悉啊，所以有一個錯誤嘅觀念。咁佢話咧有咁樣嘅情況咧，就好似咧係火車軌咁樣，啲火車路軌咁樣。咁你已經係習慣咗一定會行嗰條火車路軌。咁你如果要佢哋轉另外一條路軌咧，係好困難嘅。咁但係咧，老師話係可以做到嘅，係有機會做到。咁佢話禪修咧，其實就係正正做緊呢樣嘢，係我哋可以喺禪修裏邊咧引導個心咧去行一條唔同嘅路軌。咁佢話呢個係可能㗎。
Anyhow, if the situation is like that, I mean, difficult to concentrate on one object to make the mind still because the mind gets emotional and being confused again and again, then better to not to do anything, any meditation exercise, any psychological meditation exercise. Better to do something physical like walking meditation. So walking meditation is one of the best solutions to settle down the mind, to calm down the mind, to come out from the mind, because we are too much inside of the mind when the mind is emotional and agitated. So whatever we do with the mind, then we are more and more sinking. Therefore, we better to not to do anything with the mind and do something with the body, like walking meditation. And then easily we can come out.
老師咧就講啦，佢話係如果咧因為嗰個心已經因為頭先講過嘅嗰啲狀況咧，係好難咧係靜止落嚟嘅，好難去收呢個止禪嘅。咁老師就話，如果係咁嘅情況咧，就可以試下就唔好唔好做，即係唔好去禪修，即係坐喺度咧，用嗰個心嘅去禪修啦。咁啊用身體。用身體咧，佢話係最好嘅一個方法。譬如行禪啦，即係正在行路嘅時候去禪修。咁佢話因為咧，你用嗰個身體咧去禪修，而一個動嘅禪修，而唔係一個靜止坐咗喺度嘅禪修嘅時候咧，咁佢話你就可以更加容易咧幫助個心咧去靜止落嚟，係安穩落嚟。甚至係離開嗰個不停喺度有情緒有諗嘢嘅嗰個心嚇，因為佢話我哋通常就好經常會喺裏邊，咁佢話用身體嘅活動嘅動嘅禪就可以幫助你嗰個心咧走翻出嚟。同埋咧就唔會咧話又沉咗落去，即係老師講嘅就好似即係又嗰個心咧會習慣性咁樣好似沉咗落水底咁啊！即係遇到一啲嘅困難又好啊，或者呢啲好似而家咁你講嘅，即係我哋講緊嘅情緒啊，或者係混亂啊咁就唔會有習慣性咁好似沉咗水底，沉咗落去個水裏邊咁，而係可以出翻嚟。
Is it clear? Did you get any insights for your question?
老師咧問翻話呢個佢嘅答案有冇幫助咧？Yes, this friend said that it's very helpful and that he said that you understand what he asked.
Thank you.
多謝。So another friend, Doris, is having a question.
我想問咧，除咗用 walking meditation 之外咧，咁有啲人佢會覺得譬如打下遊戲機啊、打麻雀啊、食嘢啊，咁其實都好似幫到佢離開嗰個情緒嗰個困咁樣樣。咁如果用呢啲方法，老師又會覺得有啲咩意見咧？
喂，你可以翻譯下。
So Doris asked that instead of walking meditation, there are also people who have that situation, but they would choose to do something else to relieve their emotions. For example, playing video game, playing mahjong, which is a game, a table game, or eating. And so Doris asked that, for some people, that they also find that those activities help them get to leave those emotions, to be away from those emotions. And so she asked if what is your thought about that?
Oh, it's good. No, so we can do some game instead of retreat now.
因為我哋就玩遊戲就唔需要禪修營啦。
Yeah, that's true. By playing games and doing some sports, dancing, music, singing, of course, we can get rid of those emotional deposits. So we have to understand this just emotional deposits, not from emotions.
Sorry, emotional deposit?
Yes, we are accumulating emotions and we deposit them inside of us. And by doing those things, singing, dancing, playing games, what we can do is we can just release those deposits.
老師話咧，我哋情緒咧會係一路咁樣去累積嘅，咁所以咧，的確係有一啲嘅，譬如話老師頭先講嘅係跳舞啊、聽音樂啊、唱歌啊呢啲咧，亦都係可以令到我哋將啲我哋累積咗嗰啲情緒咧係發放翻出去嘅。
So after that, the mind is doing same thing. Again, the mind is accumulating emotions. The mind does not learn anything about the mechanism of this, and the mind does not change its own patterns just by playing games and singing and dancing. But it is good because we need some temporary reliefs, otherwise we become mad.
老師話咧，呢個累積咗嘅呢啲情緒咧，如果係用呢一啲嘅方法，唱歌啊、音樂啊、呢個 video game 啊、食嘢啊呢啲嘅咁係可以咧去令到一啲累積咗嘅一啲嘅唔好嘅情緒咧係發放翻出去，但係咧呢一個只係一個暫時性嘅方法嚟嘅啫。咁佢話咧當你已經係釋放咗呢啲嘅唔好嘅情緒之後咧，個心就會重複又再做翻之前同樣嘅嘢，又再繼續累積啦。咁個心咧，佢雖然佢係有去即係暫時咁樣就將佢放鬆咗，但係咧佢係冇學到嘢嘅，佢係冇去
明白到，咦點解嗰個心咧會有咁樣嘅狀況咧，有咁樣嘅習慣嘅咧？亦都冇辦法去明白個心咧，佢嗰個 mechanism 點講啊？機制係啦，即係冇辦法知道個心個機制點解會係咁樣啊？嚇，你只係重複又重複咁樣去累積啊放鬆，累積啊放鬆，但係你就冇去學到究竟去了解，真係去了解嗰個心嘅嗰個嗰個機制究竟係點樣嘅？咁佢當然啦，暫時嘅一個釋放咧係需要嘅，如果唔係咧就會人都會癲咗嘅啊！咁但係只不過要明白佢哋只係暫時嘅一個釋放，唔係真係去了解自己心嘅個運作。
But the walking meditation is different. It is not simply escape from the mind or just a temporary relief. Of course, by doing walking meditation, the mind can release certain emotional deposits, of course. But uh, uh, additionally, by doing walking meditation, the mind can become more and more aware, and the mind can learn how things are happening, and therefore we can transform our mind into a different and wise form just by doing walking meditation. So it is a completely different phenomena.
咁老師咧就話啦，佢話咧頭先講嘅嗰啲釋放情緒嘅方式係即係譬如跳舞啊、音樂啊、唱歌啊、玩遊戲啊咁樣，咁就只可以係暫時咁樣釋放呢啲情緒啦。但係咧行禪或者頭先老師講嘅用身體嘅動禪啦，即係行禪係其中一種。佢話行禪咧係好唔同㗎。因為咧行禪咧，雖然你都係有去逃避咗嗰個嘅一個狀況，即係都係有個釋放喺度嘅，都有釋放個情緒嘅。但係行禪咧，就仲有更加重要嘅事係正在發生嘅。因為咧，我哋喺行禪嘅時候咧，可以訓練我哋個心咧係更加嘅有覺知，嗰個覺知係可以增進嘅。咁亦都可以令到我哋個心咧去學啊。學啲咩咧？學識究竟知道我哋嗰個啲運作係點樣嘅？點解呢啲事情係咁樣發生嘅？咁喺呢一個過程裏邊咧，我哋係可以轉化到我哋個心，令到我哋個心咧係更加嘅有智慧。咁所以咧呢一個嘅轉化係同頭先講嘅其他嘅嗰啲嘅即係暫時性嘅遊戲啊，或者係唱歌跳舞係好唔同嘅。
Are you happy, dear Doris?
Doris said she has more questions. 老師問呢個同修你開心嗎？我答咗之後，咁 Doris 就話我仲有更加多問題要問啊。
咁除咗行禪咧，如果你帶住覺知去做瑜伽伸展，又即係個效果又如何咧？或者相對於行禪，即係瑜伽伸展嗰個即係利弊又係點樣樣？
So Doris asked that now we know walking meditation's benefits. So she asked, how about doing yoga with awareness? How does it compare to walking meditation?
Yeah, that is also good. But when we do yoga, then our expectations are different. If we expect to become more aware by doing yoga, then it is okay. But usually we do yoga with different intentions and interest. Then maybe some small amount of percentage, small percentage of awareness can improve. and the mind can change, but not as the walking meditation.
老師話咧，係啦，有意識、有覺知咁樣去練瑜伽咧，都係一件好嘅事嚟嘅，都係一個好嘅練習。但係咧，因為咧做瑜伽同埋行禪咧，我哋嘅嗰個期望我哋個期望係唔同嘅，或者我哋嗰個目的係有啲唔同嘅。咁佢話如果咧你做瑜伽嗰陣時嗰個期望咧係令到你自己個覺察能力，令到你自己嘅覺知要增加咧，咁呢一個係 OK 嘅。佢話但係好多時咧，我哋去做瑜伽嘅時候咧，係會有有啲唔同嘅原因嘅。可能我哋嘅嗰個原委點解要去練瑜伽咧？係可能係有其他嘅興趣或者係其他嘅原因喺度嘅。咁可能咧覺知咧只係佔咗好少部分我哋嘅修瑜伽嘅一個目的有好少部分係喺覺知嗰度，係其他嘅部分係有其他嘅嘢。咁嘅時候咧，練嘅時候，我哋個心咧係會有改變嘅。咁但係嗰個改變咧，相對於行禪，而行禪係完完全全就係令到即係嗰個目標就係令到我哋嗰個覺知增加嘅。咁所以嗰個分別就喺呢一度。
咁似乎最重要嗰點咧，就係其實係覺知啦，即係覺知步行或者覺知做伸展。咁如果係咁嘅，即係覺知係最重要嘅話，咁可能我都去食嘢，不過我帶住覺知去食嘢，帶住覺知玩遊戲機，或者同朋友傾下偈，都係帶住覺知。或者嗰個朋友本身都係好有覺知，佢有好多提示俾我，或者有啲輔導元素咁樣俾我，咁令到我覺知自己有啲情緒嘅模式或者嗰個運作咁樣樣。咁會唔會其實其他方法總言之帶住覺知其實都係可以嘅咧
？So Doris have another follow-up question. She said that now she understands that the most important thing is awareness. So then she asked, can we eat with awareness? Can we play video game with awareness? Can we chat and talk to others with awareness? Or what if we talk to a friend and both ourselves and our friend have awareness? And my friend was able to let me know my pattern of my mind and help me to gain some insight. So is that okay that we do all of these with awareness?
Yeah, of course, of course. Actually, we do not have any other choice. If we want to improve our awareness, we had to do everything with the awareness. Of course, so whatever we do, eating, shopping, driving, walking, talking, everything we had to do mindfully with the awareness. That's true. That is very important. But the thing is, we split our attention to many aspects when we try to be aware on our daily activities. Like we had to pay our attention on the food and on what we are doing at the same time, what we are tasting and what the mind is doing. Therefore, we cannot pay our full attention on the awareness in those situations. That's why we had to do walking meditation. When we do walking meditation, actually we pay more attention on the awareness. Maybe 90% of our attention on the awareness, only 10% of attention on the walk. So that's why it is important. But I totally with the tourists that there is no any other choice. We don't have any other choice. We need to all those daily activities.
老師咧就答啦，佢話其實咧當然我哋如果可以即係佢話我哋其實就冇其他選擇嘅。我哋的確係會想做任何嘅嘢都係有帶住覺知嘅。咁食緊嘢啊，或者揸車啊，去買嘢嘅時候啊，都可以帶住覺知，帶住靜觀正念而有覺知咁樣去做。咁呢個當然係好好，亦都好重要。不過咧，咁樣嘅時候，因為我哋咧就將我哋嗰個注意力咧係分散咗嘅。我哋會將我哋嘅注意力咧分咗好多好多唔同我哋每一日嘅活動食嘢又好啊，或者係做其他嘅活動都好。咁樣嘅時候咧，我哋咧係比較困難，即係話係嗰個原意係好好啊。但係困難去做啊！對所有嘅嘢都有覺知嘅時候，當然係好，但係好困難去咁樣做到。你譬如話你食嘢嘅時候，你又要同時間留意到你個心喺度嘅活動係點樣啊？你哋個覺知味覺又係點樣啊？咁，所以老師咧就話，相對嚟講咧，行禪淨係去行禪嘅時候咧，你將你所有嘅嗰個注意力，佢話咧係90%咧都放喺嗰個覺知嗰度，係10%咧先至行路嘅啫。咁所以你行禪嘅時候咧，你係將嗰個所有嘅嗰個覺知都係盡量即係去放喺個覺知嗰度。咁所以呢樣嘢咧係相對嚟講咧係好似你平日咧唔同嘅活動裏邊都帶有覺知咧，嗰個練習咧係有唔同嘅。咁所以老師講咧就係話你如果你平日嗰啲唔同嘅活動，你都帶住覺知係一件好好嘅事。不過咧注意力係比較困難可以做到。咁所以咧行禪嘅時候咧，你可以更加集中咁樣去訓練你嘅覺知。9點，我哋去到幾點啊？Sorry，
9點半瞓覺。
哦，9點3，係咪去到9點？
你我分差少少冇問題。有個問題。
哦，OK。
我覺得咧，即係如果咧嗰個活動咧，你係比較熟悉，譬如做瑜伽啊，或者打太極啊，咁你有啲已經個過程啊，嗰個運作咧比較熟悉咧，咁容易啲咧係有個覺知係。我覺得我個體驗就係咁樣啦。而暫時咧，我都係好常會有暫時啊、唔時啊，或者咧洗菜嗰啲咁簡簡單單嗰啲就覺知道易啲啦。
所以呢個係一個係 sharing. So this is a sharing from Shelley, and so Shelley said that from her experience, activities that she is very familiar with the pattern, then it is easier for her to have awareness. For example, standing, walking, or washing tables. Yoga and Tai Chi. So for those activities that she's already very familiar with them, then it is easier for her to bring more awareness while she's doing those activities.
Thanks. Yeah, that's good. So we had to come to this point that that our life is our practice. The life is our meditation.
老師係好認同嘅，同埋老師話係啦，所以咧我哋嘅生命咧就係禪修啦，我哋嘅生命就係一個修習。
忍點樣收？
嚇？
忍辱點收？
咩叫忍辱啊？
即係叫做咩？patience、tolerance，
啊，
即係好人哋激你唔嬲咁樣啫。
哦，侮辱嗰個辱，唔係，即係去忍侮辱。
唔係淨侮辱㗎，真係。
英文你點講啊？即係
有咩？
有中文字俾我睇，sorry。
有咩？
忍我知道，你嗰個另外一個係辱，死啦！我唔識呢個字。
唔係呢個。
即係
忍辱波浪。
Sean has a question, but I'm trying to figure out the word. 即係咪忍辱偷生嗰個啊？係咪即係忍辱偷生嗰個？又唔係，係 tolerance 最接近係咪啊？
Patience tolerance 啦，唔知咩？
我頭先我都係問，但係佢哋又話唔係好係，唔係係啦。
含義好廣噶，
但係有個 term 就係
應該有嘅。
不如你可唔可以俾個例子咧？
係喎，你俾個例子。
係咯，你俾個例子。
你俾例子
人哋激你嗰陣時，我就會覺得收忍辱即係唔識啦，咁咪忍咯，但係忍到好嬲咯，咁但係忍辱就唔應該嬲，收忍辱就
你嗰個係 suppression 啊？
係啦，即係我就淨係識用 suppression，但係唔應該係咁咯，咁應該係 step by step 上老師教下。
即係點樣用智慧去忍，就唔係用力去壓住佢咁意思。
Endure contempt。OK。
endure 就係
講咗之後嬲啊嘛。
Okay, so Shannon asked a question about when she is being pissed off by other people's action, then she's trying to endure it. And so it's almost like that she's suppressing. But she asked that how to practice with wisdom so that she won't get angry. Because she said that if her practice is well, even other people are triggering or pissing her off, she shouldn't get angry. But she noticed that she get angry. So to what extent, how we can practice. So at first she said that how to practice endurance and tolerance. And I asked her for example, and then she said that someone pissed her off and she get angry, and she was wondering that how she can not be angry, and yet it is not about suppressing. Am I right?
Well, dear son, we on one hand we had to be grateful for those people who are making us angry, who are making us irritated. Because of them, we can understand where we are. So otherwise, we think we are enlightened. If no people who are who are irritating us, so be grateful.
老師話咧，我哋咧第一樣嘢其實要多謝呢啲咧令到我哋激嬲我哋嘅人啦。佢話要多謝感激佢哋，因為咧就係因為佢哋，我哋先至可以明白知道我哋究竟修行修到去邊。佢話如果唔係因為佢哋令到我哋知道咧，我哋仲以為自己已經開悟咗啦，已經修成咗啦。咁就因為佢哋，所以我哋知道自己未修成嚇，知道自己喺邊度，所以要感激佢哋。
The second thing, it's a complicated thing, and we all are experiencing this. Therefore, we better to find a way to overcome this. But anyhow, I think we don't have a lot of time to go deeper into this question now, maybe in coming days. But I can give you some small meditation like a koan. Yeah, forget about others. Forget about others. And just try to endure yourself. Tolerate yourself. So if you can bear yourself, then we can think about the step how to bear others.
I think I got it. Okay. 咁但係老師就話咧，呢一個即係頭先第一個就係多謝激嬲我哋嘅人啦，因為佢哋我哋先知道自己收咗去邊啦。第二樣嘢咧，佢就講啦，佢話其實呢一個咧係一個好複雜嘅問題嚟嘅。咁亦都有好多佢可以去講話，究竟點樣可以去收得更加好咁但係咧，因為咧時間嘅關係啦，已經比較夜啦。咁佢話即係嚟緊嘅幾日，我哋可能可以再去探討呢樣嘢。咁而家咧簡短啲，老師就俾阿珊一啲比較簡短啲嘅方法。佢就話你可以做一啲嘅好簡單嘅好細嘅禪修咧，係唔好去理其他人啊，暫時唔好去理其他人住。咁淨係咧要去嘗試，究竟點樣去忍辱你自己，係點樣去tolerate
接受
點樣去tolerate 唔係接受點樣去對自己忍耐點樣去令到你係可以點樣可以寬容咁對待你自己可以對待你自己，可以對待你自己更好佢話因為你咁樣先係集中喺自己先，下一步先至去考慮點樣去忍其他人先第一樣嘢係對自己先。係啦。
老師有冇解釋？係 OK。我哋都10年都冇。
唔係
唔係呢個講佢就
不過都要休息嘅。
係啦咁阿 Ray 係咪即係同老師講？因為頭先老師都講咗話個時間上面係咪我哋係 close 緊？
差唔多。
開放式。
OK，係啦，咁你仲使唔使講 ？OK， all right. So yeah, so I think that like we've come to an end of this question and answer. We can continue in the next few days. And thank you very much, Teacher Upul. Really appreciate for your insight and wisdom. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, dear Catherine, for doing the hard job.
It's not hard job. Upul 老師話多謝我呢個做辛苦嘅你講，好開心。I got it very happily.
Actually， 而家越難，因為咧老師越長。我以前冇咁長。
Okay, so is there any is it the end or is there any other?
可以完得㗎啦。
哦，OK。
你有啲臨尾，你問佢做唔做？
So Amy asked if you would like to do a metta meditation or you would like to end the night.
It depends how long, metta, for how long?
Yeah, 4日我諗可唔可以
10分鐘嗰個
Or 5 minutes?
5 minutes? Okay. Amy said, how about 5 minutes? Can we do a short one?
Oh yeah. Hong Kong version.
呢個話可唔可以做5分鐘嘅慈心禪？老師話可以啊，香港速度啊。 OK。
Let us be grateful for this opportunity, what we are having to meditate.
我哋咧可以有一個感激嘅心，因為有喺呢一度禪修嘅經驗嘅機會。
Let us be grateful for all of our spiritual friends who are organizing this beautiful gathering.
我哋亦都感謝組織呢一個禪修嘅同修朋友。
Out of the gratefulness, can we do this wish from the bottom of our hearts?
有呢一個感激嘅心，我哋又可唔可以喺我哋嘅同個心底裏邊去有呢一啲嘅祝願？
May we be able to get maximum benefits out of this retreat.
祝願我哋可以喺呢一個禪修營裏邊有最大嘅禪修嘅收穫。
with this beautiful feeling and meaningful intention, may you sleep peacefully without having any disturbances.
不如我哋有呢一個好美麗嘅感受，同埋好有意義嘅一個期望。咁希望咧，你哋大家今晚瞓覺嘅時候都係瞓得好安穩、好平安嘅。
And may you wake up peacefully. Good night.
我希望聽朝醒起身嘅時候，亦都係覺得好平靜、好平安嘅。晚安啦。
Okay, good night.
Good night, teacher. Thank you.